Yo, what's up, Rumblers? Welcome back to the Aftershock. It's the second episode, and we're just over a week since the grand launch. How's everyone doing? How is that climb? We're going to cover some Warcraft Rumble news, starting with 3D printer minis. So last week, as you know, we had Anixia. This week, they released a slew of the NPC and boss models. Herod, Whitemane, King Mukla, all these Kobold skins, the Priestess. You know they're going to be adding Ragnaros and crew in the upcoming raid for sure. Those minis are going to look sick. I wanted to take a quick moment, talk about some of the things we want to see in this game now. We're going to forego the things that we know are going to come in the future. New maps, that's a given. New dungeons, indefinitely, right? New raids, of course. I have a feeling we're going to see Outlands. We're going to see Northrend in due time. It's going to take a while, but we will see them. The things I wanted to talk about today, my wish list today, are very key things that I see as absolutely essential items that need to be addressed to ensure the success of this game. First item of business is the PvP ladder. Now, the PvP queues over 9k honor are abysmal. Right? They're super long. There are several factors that may, attribute to this. First of all, global launch was only a week ago. So all of the global launch players are slowly trying to percolate up the ranks, right? We don't have the population yet. Maybe that could be one of the factors why we're seeing long queues over 9k. Another one of the factors is that, well, if you look at the PvP rewards, I can't see them here, but the last big gold payout was at 9k. And maybe players don't think that it's worth the trouble to get up to 13k for the next batch of gold, right? Another possibility is that there are no more bots after 3k, well, after 3k per liter, right? If you notice that climb up to 3k, relatively smooth, we had the level caps, but we also had our share of bots that were given to us, right? So if the queue times, I think, were too long, I think the matchmaker just threw a bot in for you. But this needs to be addressed, right? Like, we want the PvP queues to be alive. We want players to PvP, right? To keep the matchmaking nice and fast. So a couple of things that we could do to maybe help remedy this. One is to definitely keep gold as a reward in each tier, right? So after 9k, I should see a gold reward here. I should see a gold reward at Platinum Prodigy 2. I should see a gold reward in Platinum Prodigy 3, and so forth. Gold is such a major driver for, how would you say, player enthusiasm, right? Number two, I think this would help a lot, especially with the matchmaking. Matching with a player 2 levels above you, their minis are 2 levels above you, it doesn't feel good, right? It's discouraging. It's discouraging for new players. It's discouraging even for veteran players to be queued up into somebody so high. So something that we could do to remedy this, they've already done this with honor up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But if you don't know, Kappa level 3 to 2,000 honor, Kappa level 5 to 5,000 honor. And if we can continue that trend, a cap of level 7 to 4,000 and a cap of level 9 to 5,000 honor. That would definitely help. That wouldn't be, a far stretch, right? We already see the level caps previously. But that is the first issue. That is the first issue that I think should be addressed, are these PvP queues. I want to PvP. I do, right? I've been hovering around 9,000 for the longest time, ever since last season, right? But after 9k, players are disappearing, right? Queues are like more than minutes long. When a queue is longer than 30 seconds, honestly, to be honest, right? It just feels like an eternity. Even longer than 10 seconds feels too long, right? So addressing these PvP queues, I feel, is such an instrumental thing that needs to be done. Issue number 2, and my number 2 on the wish list, is that we could use a little bit more gold, guys. Let's be real, right? I mean, I am on an Arclight booster right? I get 1,200 gold a week from Arclight Surges, right? And I mean, it's not like I'll never get it, but I don't foresee myself pushing the PvP ladder to 13k anytime soon. So, I mean, that gold is, I mean, I'm not even worried about that gold. But 1,200 a week, I did some calculations on the back end, right? It's gonna take quite a while to get even a group of 10 to 15 minis up to rare. And to me, it feels a bit long. Like, so the one thing I'm gonna suggest is this, right? We either introduce more gold through the PvP ladder, like I just mentioned, or we can introduce gold into the daily rewards, right? Right? Outside of surges, just sort of inject more gold that way. Alternatively, and this is maybe like maybe a simpler fix, is that they just give us another Arclight Surge on Tuesdays. That would effectively give us 50% more Arclight Surge gold, but I would be happy with that. I would be happy with that. Not only would I be happy with that, but it would encourage me to play more throughout the week, right? Like the period of time between Sunday and the next Arclight Surge on Thursday, it just feels a bit long. It feels a bit long. I would really appreciate if there was, you know, one more Arclight Surge on Tuesdays. That's all I'm asking, guys. And my number one thing that needs to be addressed in this game. A little bit of background. I have an Arclight booster. I've been playing for 3 months, right? I feel like I'm at the doorstep of a really big wall right now. You know, if you've been playing for the last week, all these walls that you new players may or not be hitting, they're more like fences, right? This is like a really big wall. And you know, with the upcoming raid, everything is revolving around getting raid ready. And so the hurdle that I'm facing is the XP grind. So if we take a look at my collection level, so Arclight boosted for, you know, a few months, sitting at level 33. But let's take a quick look, right? Let's take a look at all the sources of XP in this game. New unit bonus. We only see that once, right? We don't really care about that. Let's be real, right? We don't care about this. Tomes. We see them in the daily rewards. We see them through the PvP ladder. We see them through the heroic campaign. Outside of these, they're kind of non-existent. And you can't really focus the XP into specific units, right? Sometimes you open 2 pages and both of these pages are units you don't even use, right? So it's not exactly my favorite source of XP, let's put it that way. XP boosts. You see these in the grid, right? You buy a mini on the same row or column as an XP boost, that XP boost goes towards that mini. Pretty simple, but they're not exactly a common thing, right? Like I'll see one or two, maybe in a week, right? If that, like, and even if they do show up, like what if I don't plan on buying any of the minis on the grid at that moment, right? I'm not really banking on the XP boost to, you know, to level up my minis. Which leaves us this item right here. The quests, I feel, is the most consistent way to level up your minis, right? Because when you open up a quest, right, you're going to have your lowest leveled mini as one of the choices. You're going to have another mini in your current army as one of the choices, and just like another random choice. But quests are the best way to specifically target certain minis, no question. So further to that, I feel like this number should be larger. They need to increase this number, right? I'm going to do a follow-up video in the near future, but like the last 5 levels is like insane, right? You need like 387,000 XP. And I don't know if it's well known, but there is a daily like quest cap, right? It's been confirmed through a blue post. You get 20 quests a day. If you do not finish those 20 quests, they roll over into the next day to a cap of 300 quests. Now, 20 quests a day, you can sort of approximate how many green quests there are. Like out of 20, I would say there's 10 green quests, maybe 7 blue quests, and 3 purple quests. So if you do the math, it works out to like 46 green quests. So if we take like 387,000 XP, divide that by, you know, let's be generous here. Let's just say I get 100 XP per quest. Like, that's super generous, right? And then once we divide that by 100, we divide that again by 46 quests a day. To level up like a group of 7 minis, like a deck, right? 6 minis and a leader. If my calculations are correct, it would take nearly 2 years to get them to level 20. I need to go back and check the numbers, but I'll be doing a follow-up video on that. But that's insane, right? It's like, I don't mind a grind. I came for World of Warcraft. You know, like back in vanilla, if you guys played, you knew or you remember how long it took you to level your character to 60 for the first time, right? Maybe a few months, but you got there. You got to the end game, right? You were at the doorstep to the end game. We're talking about months and months and months for Warcraft Rumble. And I know this is somewhere down the line, but when they start to release new content, new maps and stuff, they actually need to increase the level cap eventually. They'd have to. And when they do that, I sincerely hope they do some sort of like leveling curve flattening, right? Because right now, like, which way are we looking here? Like the curve is like this. You get to level 15 and then the XP that you need just like shoots right up. 200,000 for level 20, guys. From 19 to 20. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's my number one thing. So to recap, number 3, fix the PvP queue. We can fix the queue with, you know, a collection of the points that I mentioned. Number 2, the gold boss. We would like to see more gold in the game, more gold rewards, more incentive throughout the PvP ladder and such, right? Another Arclight Surge. And then, first and foremost, my number 1 request, a boss that is bigger than the gold boss. This boss is harder than Onyxia. The boss is harder than Ragnaros, right? It's the XP boss. Give us more XP per quest.
Subscribe.